11th of November 2000, the first day of the ski season at Kaprun, a resort town in the heart of the Austrian Alps. In the valley, skiers boarded a ski train for the 3,200-meter climb through the mountain to the glacier above. But a few hundred meters into the journey, the train suddenly stopped and went dark. From the rear of the carriage came a deadly orange glow. The train was on fire. Passengers rushed for the doors, but they wouldn't budge. 155 men, women and children died that day. Only 12 emerged from the tunnel alive. The slopes were shut down while investigators tried to sort out what had happened. Somewhere under the ash and debris lay the clues. But it would take nearly a year and an amazing feat of engineering to discover the truth behind the disaster at Kaprun.
A streak of aerodynamic perfection shoots across the German landscape. At 200+ kilometers an hour, it leaves everything else in the dust. So fast that 65,000 people count on it every day to get them where they're going. So safe that in 7 years of service, Germany's intercity express trains travel more than 1 billion kilometers without a serious accident. Until June 3rd, 1998. ICE train number 884 closes in on the small town of Eschede. Suddenly, passengers hear a loud bang, like an explosion. The train starts to shake. A little further down the track, catastrophe. In less than 5 seconds, the pride of Germany's rail fleet derails and piles into a concrete bridge. "101 dead, 105 injured. Passengers like Udo Bausch so seriously hurt that his life will never be the same again. It's the worst high-speed rail disaster ever. Was Intercity Express train number 884 derailed by something on the track? Was there a problem with the bridge? Or was there a flaw in the train itself? Investigators must work quickly to find out if this was a freak accident or if other trains and other passengers are at risk.
Aerodynamic excellence, streaking along at speeds of more than 200 kilometers per hour. In the 90s, intercity express trains traveled more than 1 billion kilometers backwards and forwards across Germany. 7 years of service without serious accident. Until the 3rd of June 1998. Just outside the small town of Eschede, ICE train number 884 met disaster. In just 5 seconds, it came off the rails and smashed into a concrete bridge. 101 people were killed, 105 more injured. Somewhere, hidden in the train's crumpled remains, lay the clues to what had caused one of the worst rail disasters in history.
She weighs more than 2,100 tons. And it takes 11 diesel engines to move her. Fully extended, her boom rises up 567 feet. So tall, planes need to be warned of her presence. The Lamson Transilift 3 is the largest crane in North America. They call her Big Blue, and when something this size rolls into town, people take notice. On the afternoon of July 14th, 1999, a crowd had gathered to watch the giant crane. She was lifting a huge roof section for the new baseball stadium that was to be the pride of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. News helicopters hovered overhead, recording the moment for the evening news. Curious onlookers have brought their cameras and camcorders, ready to capture a piece of civic history. But the images they capture at 5:15 that afternoon will stun the entire nation.
Watch it!
The collapse is sudden and devastating. An instrument used for measuring earthquakes records the crash more than 5 miles away. 3 construction workers lose their lives as steel and concrete rain down. The shocking images stun Milwaukee. The stadium looks like a bomb went off inside. What brought Big Blue down?
Summer 1995. Seoul, South Korea. In the center of this burgeoning boomtown, the upmarket Sampoon department store, a symbol of the brash overnight success of one of the fastest growing cities in the world. But on the 29th of June, disaster struck. In less than 30 seconds, all 5 floors of the department store collapsed, one on top of the other. Hundreds were killed, hundreds more injured. But how did it happen? A team of experts was determined to find out, as an angry nation demanded to know what had caused the worst peacetime disaster in their history. Nearly 3 times the length of a football pitch and as wide as a 6-lane motorway, the Derbyshire was one of the biggest ships ever built, and she should have been unsinkable. But in September 1980, suddenly, violently, the Derbyshire vanished without a trace, and with her, all 44 people on board. For years, the cause of the tragedy remained a mystery, until a team of experts, armed with the latest in ocean exploration equipment, set out on a voyage of discovery, determined to find out what had sunk the biggest British merchant ship ever lost at sea. King's Cross Station, one of the busiest hubs in the heart of the London Underground. In November 1987, a fire started on one of the escalators. A tiny spark suddenly became a devastating inferno. The blaze ravaged the main concourse, claiming the lives of 31 people. It would take investigators months to work out what went wrong at King's Cross. The answer would finally emerge from a most unlikely source.
A small fire gathers strength in a fireworks storage compound in the heart of a residential neighborhood in Enschede, Holland. On the street, people don't give it much thought. They have no idea that the burning warehouse is packed with fireworks, enough explosive power to trigger the biggest blast in Holland since World War II. As firefighters rush to the scene, a crowd gathers in the streets around the warehouse. Some set up lawn chairs in the Saturday afternoon sun to watch the show, but it'll be a show with a tragic ending. In the next few minutes, the town of Enschede will be torn apart by a devastating explosion that'll kill dozens and injure thousands. A shocked nation demands answers. Was it really fireworks that caused this massive explosion, or was there something else hidden in the storage containers? And what started the fire? Was it an accident, or something more sinister?
Blueprint for Disaster.
It was a warm spring Saturday in a quiet town in the Netherlands. People had no idea that a small fire in a nearby warehouse was about to trigger the biggest blast in the country since World War II. As firefighters rushed to the scene, a crowd gathered in the streets around the warehouse to watch the show. The compound contained 100 tons of fireworks. The explosions that day would kill 22 and injure hundreds. A shocked nation demanded answers. Did fireworks really cause this massive explosion? Or was there something else hidden in the warehouse compound? What started the fire? Was it an accident? Or something more sinister?
From up on Black Mountain in Nevada, you can see the town of Henderson. A quiet, hard-working little community. Just 10 miles of desert away are the bright lights and high stakes of Las Vegas. A city for gamblers and risk-takers. But in Henderson, people prefer a more predictable lifestyle. Just outside the town is a chemical plant. It makes ammonium perchlorate, a component of solid rocket fuel. Ammonium perchlorate is a unique chemical. If you add it to a burning fuel, you get a chemical reaction that releases oxygen and supercharges the fire. AP is what allows rocket fuel to burn in environments with no air, in space or underwater. It's a key component for America's space program and its nuclear arsenal. But on its own, pure ammonium perchlorate is as safe and harmless as table salt. Or so everyone in Henderson thinks. Until the impossible happens. May 4th, 1988, the day their luck runs out. Kowloon, Hong Kong, a vibrant urban crush of retail and business life. The Garley Building, late afternoon. The workday is winding down. A worker notices a small fire on the second floor, calls the fire department. 1 minute later, the fire department gets a second emergency call. Firefighters arrive, expecting to see a small fire on the second floor. But within minutes, the top 3 floors of the Garley Building are an inferno of smoke and flame. The fire takes hold on the lower floors, but above, out of reach of rescuers. Survivors are in a desperate struggle for their lives. The fire takes 20 hours to extinguish and claims 40 lives. It is the deadliest fire in Hong Kong's modern history. When the fire is extinguished, the upper and lower floors are devastated, but the middle floors are almost untouched. It's a fire disaster like no other. Did 2 fires start simultaneously, or are they somehow connected? And what could have triggered this terrible blaze? Early morning, late November, on the streets of Rio Piedras, a commercial district in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Shopkeepers are bracing for another hectic day. At a busy intersection sits the Humberto Vidal building. It's the headquarters of a popular chain of shoe stores, offices above, and retail stores at street level. But lately, shoe store manager Arturo O'Neill has more than shoes on his mind. A strange smell has been lingering in the store for over a week. It comes and goes. Some smell it, others don't. He's made calls and complaints with no results. Arturo O'Neill vows that if he doesn't get answers today, he'll refuse to open up tomorrow. But those answers will come too late. Suddenly, the Humberto Vidal building shudders. And an explosion rips through its core. In one deafening second, the first 3 floors collapse into the building's basement. Only the top floors and the building's outer shell are left standing. There are 33 fatalities, crushed under the rubble or killed by flying debris. And in the street, injuries and destruction for blocks around. A cloud of dust and fear rains down on Rio Piedras. Was it a bomb, an unlucky accident, or a series of deadly mistakes? Investigators from across Puerto Rico and the United States descend on the scene. But the puzzle at the core of this disaster is as mysterious as it is deadly.